All right, so we're back and ready for another deep dive. This time getting you prepped for the Frisco Bowl.
It can be a good one.
Yeah, it is. It's Memphis taking on West Virginia.
Should be a fun matchup.
Lots to talk about. It's December 17th, 2024, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to try and keep this one short and sweet, I think under 8 minutes.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we're looking at predictions from FOX Sports Analysis from CBS Sports and a preview from Athlon Sports.
A lot of good stuff to dig into there.
Yeah, and we've got some conflicting predictions.
There are a few.
So our mission is to equip you with the knowledge you need to make those informed betting decisions.
That's right.
Now, before we get into all that, the spread's pretty consistent across the board, right?
Yeah.
Memphis is favored by 4.5 points.
Yeah, all three sources agree on that one.
So Vegas is giving them the edge here. Makes sense. I mean, they've had a solid season.
Yeah, but 4.5 points, that's not exactly a landslide, is it?
Well, it depends, I guess, on how you look at it.
Right? Could be a close game. Could be a blowout. Who knows?
CBS Sports thinks Memphis will cover the spread, though, right?
Yeah, they ran a simulation model, and it leans towards Memphis.
Interesting. So their model's giving Memphis the edge there, but maybe not by a huge margin?
Right. It's going to be interesting to see how that actually plays out.
Okay, so what about the over-under?
That's set at 58.5 points.
Okay, so they're expecting a high-scoring game, potentially.
Yeah. It could be a shootout.
And if we look at the money line from FOX Sports, Memphis is at -202.
And West Virginia is at +166.
I got to admit, those money line numbers can throw me off sometimes.
Yeah, they can be confusing. I understand that.
Can you break it down for us, like in plain English?
Sure. So if you're betting on Memphis to win, and you bet $202, you'd profit $100 if they win.
Okay.
But if you're feeling a little bit risky and you think West Virginia might pull off the upset, you could bet $100 on them, and if they win, you win $166.
Oh, so bigger payout for West Virginia.
Exactly. Higher risk, higher reward.
Got it. So everyone seems to be pretty high on Memphis. Why is that?
Well, their offense is looking really strong this year.
They've got some big playmakers.
Yeah, both Athlon Sports and CBS Sports talk about Seth Hennigan, the quarterback. He's got over 3,200 passing yards and 23 touchdowns this season.
Whoa.
And then you've got Mario Anderson at running back. He's rushed for over 1,200 yards and 17 touchdowns.
So they've got a strong passing attack, a strong running attack.
Yeah, a very balanced offense.
It's going to be tough for West Virginia to stop.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of West Virginia, their offense is more focused on the run game, right?
Yeah, that seems to be their strength.
Athlon Sports and CBS Sports mentioned Garrett Green at quarterback and then running backs Jaheim White and C.J. Donaldson.
Yeah, they've got a committee of running backs that can do some damage.
Yeah, and when they can establish that run game, they can control the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep Memphis's offense off the field.
Smart strategy, especially going up against a team with so much firepower.
Absolutely.
But is it enough? I mean, can their defense hold up?
That's the big question, isn't it? Athlon Sports is a little bit concerned about their defense, especially against the pass.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've struggled to contain big plays through the air. So going up against a quarterback like Hennigan, that could be a problem.
Makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
we'd be able to stop the pass if you want to win these big games.
Exactly.
But didn't West Virginia have a coaching change recently?
Oh, they did, yeah.
I wonder how that's going to affect things.
Yeah, that's a good question. Both Athlon Sports and CBS Sports mentioned it. Neil Brown got replaced by Rich Rodriguez.
Wow, big change.
Huge change.
Wonder if that's going to give them a boost or...
Yeah, it's hard to say. Sometimes a coaching change can really fire up a team.
Right, new energy, new system.
Exactly. But sometimes it can also be a distraction.
Yeah, especially with a bowl game coming up. That's a lot to adjust to.
Yeah, it's definitely a wild card in this matchup.
So we've got conflicting styles, a coaching change, a potential shootout. I mean, how do we even begin to make sense of all this?
I think we got to start by looking at those coaching changes a little more closely.
Okay, yeah, let's dive into that.
Because that could really swing things in West Virginia's favor.
Or it could completely backfire.
Right, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It's a high-risk, high-reward situation.
All right, well, let's break it down then and see what we can figure out.
Sounds good to me.
Stay tuned.
We'll be right back after this. You know, it's like you got a team that hasn't been doing so well, and then boom, new coach, new system. It's a chance for the players to kind of prove themselves all over again.
It's almost like a reset button.
Yeah, exactly. A fresh start. And on top of that, it's not just any new coach, it's Rich Rodriguez.
Yeah, he's a legend at West Virginia.
Right, exactly. So even though he's not coaching the bowl game himself, just having him back in the program is a big deal.
Yeah, the players are definitely going to want to impress him. Maybe even try to earn a spot on next year's roster.
Absolutely. And, you know, they might just be fired up to play for a coach like Rodriguez, even if it's just indirectly.
Right, it's like a psychological boost.
Exactly. It could totally shift the momentum in their favor.
But on the flip side, there's also the risk that comes with a new coach.
Oh, yeah, for sure. New playbook, potentially new positions, new strategies. That's a lot to adjust to in a short amount of time.
Especially with a bowl game right around the corner.
And bowl games are already unpredictable as it is.
Yeah, they are. So this coaching change just adds another layer of uncertainty.
So how do we factor all of this into the betting odds?
Well, it's tricky, right? Because on the one hand, you could see this coaching change, giving West Virginia that extra spark they need to pull off an upset.
Right, the players are energized, they're playing with a new sense of purpose.
Exactly. And if they can leverage that strong run game they have, they could control the clock, keep Memphis's offense off the field.
Which would be huge. I mean, Memphis has got some serious weapons on offense.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But what if the coaching change backfires?
Well, then Memphis becomes an even safer bet.
Right, because if West Virginia is disjointed, if they're still trying to figure out the new system,
Then Memphis's offense is going to have a field day.
yeah, they could really rack up the points. Exactly. So it really is a wild card. This coaching change, I mean, it could go either way.
Okay, so we got to keep that in mind. But let's not forget about the actual predictions from our sources.
Right.
Remember that implied score from FOX Sports, Memphis 32, West Virginia 27?
Yeah, that suggests a Memphis victory, but not by a huge margin.
Right, and Athlon Sports predicted Memphis 34, West Virginia 24.
So a slightly wider margin there.
So it seems like most experts are leaning towards Memphis.
Yeah, but that 4.5-point spread is still pretty interesting, especially with the potential for West Virginia to keep it close.
Yeah, and don't forget about the over-under 58.5 points.
Right, if West Virginia can control the clock limit, those scoring opportunities, then the under might be a good bet.
But if both offenses come out firing,
Then that over could be a winner.
okay, so lots to think about here. A potentially explosive Memphis offense, a run-heavy West Virginia team with a brand-new coaching staff, and a spread that suggests a close game. What should our listeners be prioritizing when they make their betting decisions?
Well, it comes down to how much risk they're willing to take, right? If they want
Okay.
to play it safe, Memphis and the Overcities seem like solid bets.
But if they're feeling a little adventurous,
And West Virginia on the money line or even taking them to cover the spread might be tempting.
especially with that plus 166 money line payout.
Exactly. High risk, high reward.
Right. So ultimately, this Frisco Bowl could go either way.
It really could.
Yeah.
Which makes it all the more exciting.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be tuning in to see how it all plays out.
Me too. Should be a good one.
But before we wrap things up, there's one more thing we need to talk about.
What's that?
Memphis's defense.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
CBS Sports mentioned that they forced 24 turnovers this season.
That's a lot.
That's huge. I mean, that suggests they can create some game-changing plays on defense.
Absolutely. Even if West Virginia can establish their run game, a few key turnovers could swing the momentum back in Memphis's favor.
Right. So we got to consider that too.
Definitely. It's not just about the offense. The defense can be just as important.
Okay, so to recap, we've got a potentially explosive Memphis offense, a run-heavy West Virginia team with a new coaching staff, a spread that suggests a close game, and a Memphis defense that can create turnovers.
Lots to consider.
It's decision time for our listeners.
So are you leaning towards Memphis or West Virginia?
Oh, man, it's a tough one.
Yeah.
I mean, Memphis has the offensive firepower and that defense that can create turnovers, but West Virginia could really rally behind that new coaching staff.
It's a classic bowl game matchup, you know, high stakes, unpredictable outcomes, and lots of opportunities for savvy bettors.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But, at the end of the day, bowl games are about more than just winning or losing, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a celebration of college football, a chance to see these amazing athletes go head to head.
Yeah, so enjoy the Frisco Bowl, everyone. May your bets be bold, your payouts be plentiful, and most importantly, may the best team win.
Cheers to that.
All right, that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for tuning in.
Catch you next time.
Oh, this you crazy mother.